Ed is jogging to help us. I need to tell him that we fixed it.
No. Oh no.
No. Don't jog.
Poor Ed.
We
Ed, you don't need that.
fixed it.
I figured it out. It was there were 2 frame rates. I did the
Okay,
same
hold
thing.
on. Let's start this
Yeah.
and we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hope that so on the count of 3, let's start. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Hi guys, my name is Arena Champlin, and this is my co-host.
I'm Alex.
We decided to take over the Gleason podcast because I thought it would be hilarious, and we pretended one day. What event were we doing where we were like having an interview with each other?
I know the most recent one.
Get closer to your mic.
Yeah. The most recent one wasn't even an event. It was just a shift where we were in the office.
Yeah.
And we were just holding markers as microphones.
I think that was our pilot episode to
It
show
was.
Jeff that we should take over the podcast.
It was to show Jeff.
It absolutely was. So, I'm going to start off by saying that this was an absolute crazy time that we did because we were sitting on the editing software because we were doing a test video and we were doing the test for like 50 minutes to an hour because we couldn't figure out how to line up the audio and the video.
Yeah, something was wacky with the camera, with the project frame rate and the actual frame rate of the video that needed to play back at. So the video would be slowed down, and then the audio would be normal. Or if you fixed it, then the video would be sped up, or the video would play normally, but then the audio would be sped up and also would sound really bad. So I messed around with a bunch of frame rate stuff, and now it works. And now Ed is running to this building to talk about. I'm so sorry, Ed.
No, he's not running to this building. He was like, I'm jogging. I'll go home and look at it in a second. I misread it, and I thought he was jogging to go fix it.
I really thought Ed's coming to save us. He's going.
Like an animal. He's just going for it. Anyway, so when I watched the first podcast, I was like, they're just talking about Gleason. And as much as I love Gleason, let's get exciting. Let's do something crazy. So I'm going to come up with a question for you, Alex.
All right.
And I had all day to think about this, but
Okay.
I have not thought of anything. So let's say hypothetically you were in a hospital, right?
All right.
You're the receptionist.
I'm a receptionist.
You're a receptionist. A man runs in. He has 4 ducks in his hands, and he goes, "Help me. There's too many."
There's too many?
Yeah.
How many ducks are in his hands again?
4.
4 ducks. That's too much.
That's too many. Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't elaborate. It's just 4 ducks. There's too many.
Too many. He's running. Remember, you're not a doctor. You're not a nurse. You are
I
a
am just the
receptionist.
receptionist.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just there to like take people to their grandfather to give their last words, and this guy runs
I mean,
in.
not even. You click on the computer, and you're like, you can come in, I guess.
You can go see him if you really want. And this guy walks in, he's like, oh, there's too many. He's going like 4. 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
Okay, no, okay. Maybe it'll help if I give you details.
Alright.
These are full-grown mallards.
Okay,
So it's not like baby chicks.
I was thinking baby too. He's like,
yeah,
there's 3
no,
things.
he's got,
arms, he's got
if
4.
it helps, this man is dressed in a clown suit, and he's, and he is jacked.
He's absolutely ripped. You got a sleeveless clown suit. Like a torn tank top. Yeah.
You can see like where the wife beater is like tearing because his muscles are too big.
I've got too many.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
what's the first step you take?
The first step I take. All right, instinctually, I want to ask him too many what, but it's clear it's ducks. So I guess I like take one out of his like I'll help you out, and I reach for the ducks to like take them from him.
Now he's getting defensive because he's raised these house ducks for at least 4 years now, right? Because if
Okay.
ducks live at least 4 years, if they're ducks in a house, and he says, whoa, why are you touching Robert?
Because you said you have too many ducks. I'm trying to take it.
He's saying, no, these are my emotional support ducks. He says, I have too many muscles.
I have too many muscles.
He's too ripped.
He's Who ripped? The clown industry doesn't want him anymore. He's not silly, he's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Some children
He
are
had
scared
a-
of clowns because they kind of got a creepy aesthetic going, but their children are scared of him because they know he can, like, if he picks them up and tosses them, they're going into orbit.
He went through a really bad clown breakup where like his girlfriend left him for a mime, and that's just not true comedy.
He's not even funny.
He doesn't even speak to you, Jessica.
You complained that our relationship broke because of lack of communication, and you go to someone who doesn't say a damn word.
Get out of here. Fine. Take your pigs and leave, because Jessica owns pigs, by the way.
Oh, okay.
They're on
Naturally.
a farm. It's a
Okay.
clown farm.
I understand.
Yeah. All right.
A clown farm with ducks and pigs. So
Yeah.
he has too many muscles.
Too many
I'm the
muscles.
receptionist. I don't know what to offer this man. I
Think
tell
of your
him
resources around you.
my
Think of
resources.
your-
I tell
what are
him
your
that the-
resources around you?
I sit down. I can get a doctor to show up. Right.
Right.
I can have a doctor see him
Yeah.
if he really needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That's what I would do as a receptionist.
That was a solid answer. Now let's say this clown has been thinking about this for a while, and his ducks are quacking and getting out of control. All of a sudden they jump out. He's bawling on the ground because what you just said reminded him of his ex Jessica, and the ducks are everywhere. What do you do?
I guess I get out of my chair and I start like rounding up these ducks like a sheepdog. I don't know.
You're on all fours around.
Yeah, I'm on all fours.
Okay. I think that was a good scenario. I think ask me a question. Ask me anything. I'm
Ask
actually
you a
really
question?
good at things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta think of something on the spot. Here
It can be
because
real. It can be fake.
Unlike you, I don't think throughout the day.
No, I didn't think throughout the day. I came up with that just
You
now
just came-
because
okay.
I keep forgetting that there's a camera and that I should look at them.
I've been trying to
occasionally.
look at the camera. I keep
I
looking
keep forgetting.
here. People are gonna watch this and they're gonna be concerned. With
I
you.
keep looking at a wall, like I'm looking at nothing. Let's ominously look at them.
Ominously look at the camera. Hello, audience. I hope you're enjoying the new and improved Gleason Performing Arts Center podcast.
It is wonderful, and we're excited that you're here. Should we take a break for messages?
We don't have messages. No one wants to sponsor us. Unless you do.
We could start a thing where you give us money,
And we say your name on camera.
and also we like wink at you a little bit and maybe slide you a 20. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's totally up to you guys.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, okay. I'll come up with a question on the spot. So,
Okay.
I'm in Florida now, right? This is not my native territory.
I'm gonna move my chair.
Okay.
I hope that wasn't too bad for like the audio and stuff. I don't know how any of it works.
I don't know either. Considering it picked up the sound of me picking up my cup, we probably just killed someone.
Their ears are bleeding.
Yeah, they-
This is like where the videos get really loud and it's just screaming in
Yeah,
your
yep.
ears.
That's all that was. There's like a child paralyzed. He's like ghost white. It's
Oh, no.
over. It's over. The podcast, episode 1 of Bring Back the Podcast is the one that
We're no more. Unsubscribe. Dislike.
yeah.
Report.
Uninstall Google.
We are now canceled on Twitter.
Yeah. On all platforms.
All
Not
plat-
even Tumblr wants us. Not even 4chan.
Honestly, I'm gonna say it. LinkedIn probably doesn't want us either.
Oh, not my LinkedIn.
Do you know the hours that I spend on LinkedIn just scrolling?
Why do you scroll LinkedIn?
I don't.
Okay, I was about to say
Yeah, no. I think it.
I haven't touched my LinkedIn in a while. I'm a freshman, so it's like
Yeah.
it's not that important. I'm not
Yeah.
exactly job searching yet. Don't get me wrong, but I did not touch that in a while. It exists though.
I don't even have a LinkedIn.
Really?
Yeah, I plan on, for all you viewers out there, I plan on being a trophy wife. So, like, why even make a LinkedIn? A trophy wife who, like, sings and dances? I'm looking at you, audiences. If there are any rich, eligible bachelors out there from our 4 viewers who are going to view this, I'm open and ready.
Yeah, if any of the 4 people that see this are
Yeah.
both rich, elderly, and interested, there you go.
Yeah, I like my men old. Not too old to where I'm like, this is weird. But, like, I mean, if you can drive, that's cool. That made me sound like I was going for a minor. I'm not. It's more like, do you have a house? That's awfully cool.
Nice cars.
Uh,
Nice house.
Yeah. If you have stairs going up to your house, added bonus.
Ooh.
I want to work out whenever I go into my house.
Classy.
Yeah.
Yeah, get those 5 steps in.
in.
Makes all the difference.
Well, I hear if you do stairs your entire life, you'll live longer.
I gotta stop taking the elevator.
Yeah,
I really don't want to take 7 flights of stairs to go to my room.
Well, I was on the 6th floor of Crawford, and sometimes I felt spicy, and I would just go up 6 flights of stairs.
I did that today, actually.
Really?
6 flights. Absolutely destroyed them. Not in the sense that I
he
was
went in guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing. The stairs are gone. There is no fire. There's no fire escape.
My favorite story, I actually have a few favorite stories about Alex, but one of my favorite stories about Alex is when we were dry mopping the stage, and there were just ants everywhere. Not that there's ants in Gleason's, but, like, there were ants. And he was like, don't worry, I got this. And he gets down on his hands and knees and just starts punching the ground on the ants.
Honorable combat. I could step on them, but they can't do anything against that.
They can't do anything about your fists either.
They can
You think they're gonna...
You know, it's like hitting below the belt. It's not honorable. It's not the way to do it.
You're gonna give these ants honor. They're sneaking into Gleason, probably taking our Gleason snacks and our Gleason money, and you're gonna give them the honor of using your little fists instead of your feet?
There's no wrong in being more honorable than the ants. I am better than the ants. I give them honor, despite how inhonorable they are to us. Dishonor? Yeah, that's the one. They give us such dishonor.
I'm gonna go to all the Gleason ants and I'm gonna whisper in their ear and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go, you are so dishonorable.
Attack their character. That'll make them leave.
And I'll go. And I'll look at their families and I'll go, your son is dishonorable. And they'll cry.
A single ant tear will go down their face and they'll move out.
Yeah. Alright, have you come up with your question yet?
Okay, come with my question. Again, like I said, not from here. Florida, new stuff. Gators. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm curious, how would you go about, wrestling or capturing a gator?
Oh, easy. So, a fun fact about me is I'm actually the strongest member at Gleason.
That's true. I
actually, the reason you don't see me lifting and carrying is because I don't want to show off. I don't want, others to feel bad that, I'm stronger than all of them, so I let them do work. Anyway, so I would take my absolutely, just ripped, jacked muscles, because let me tell you, 9-pack. You all saw Lego Batman? I have that. Anyway, so I'm bulging. I would look at this gator and I'd grab him by his tiny little arms, because he looks like this, and I'd go, stop it, gator, and I'd give him a little...
And then he transforms into a beautiful prince.
He just becomes slightly smaller, and now he's an iguana. I kiss him on the nose, and he just... Yeah.
Pocket size.
Pocket size for your convenience. How would you take on the gator?
How would I take on the gator?
Yeah.
I was going to be a bit more traditional.
Yeah.
So my friend, who is from Florida, right? I've been learning so much about Florida from him, and he taught me that the gators have very strong closing force, but basically no opening force. So I come up behind the gator. Let's say we're on CV Bridge, right? Gator is in the river below CV Bridge.
I like that we're talking about Florida Tech. Everyone knows the campus of Florida Tech and what we're talking about. No, let's not tell them.
No.
They can just figure it out for
there's
themselves.
a bridge now.
Yeah, there's a bridge.
There's a bridge.
Figure out where it is, loser. I'm so sorry. I apologize to all of you except
Please
you.
don't click off the podcast.
Please
We
don't.
need this to take off. Otherwise, Jeff's not gonna let us do it.
Jeff isn't gonna give us any money anymore.
Jeff, if you're watching this, just ignore that.
Can you skip forward about a minute or two?
Thanks, Jeff.
We love you. Please disregard that last bit as delusion.
I wasn't myself.
I'm crazy, Jeff. You don't even even know what I'm talking about.
That last comment was not me, Jeff. That was Hernandez.
I don't know, sometimes he just gets the best of me, Jeff. You don't understand. I've been dealing with this for about like 6 years now. And every time it's just, I love you, Jeff. Hernandez. Stop. What is going on?
Back Hernandez.
And I beat him with a stick.
But it's actually me.
So he's beating me with a stick.
It's very painful.
Yeah. I feel like if we were to have some like, oh, did you finish your gator story? Like,
No, I didn't.
No, finish
I
it.
was just saying how I would be on the bridge to have the high ground, first
Yeah.
of all. Wise man once told me that gives me the advantage. Now, the gator's below me.
Yeah.
I jump off the bridge, knee first, back of the gator. Gator's stunned. I get his jaws, arm lock. He tries to throw me around a bit, but I'm simply too tough. And I endure the thrashing, and he can't do anything with his mouth because I'm locking him with my arms. And the gator eventually gives up. I drag him to land. I put I make sure tie his jaws shut so he can't do anything, and then I just walk him around on a leash. He's like my emotional support gator.
Alex, I like your plan. I do have to say that I do see a little bit of a discrepancy within your gator abilities.
What?
You're 3 feet tall, and gators get up to 8 feet.
You don't think I can take him?
No, I don't. You're 3 feet tall. You are not even half the size of the gator.
Okay. Have you ever seen Dark Souls? She fights such large. Listen, I could probably take the gator. The gator, what's he really gonna do? I have his mouth
He'll
closed.
probably pull a gun on you or something, like a knife or something.
I'll wear Kevlar. I'll wear Kevlar to the gator encounter.
Okay, hear me out.
Okay,
Hear me out.
I'm hearing
You're
you.
in your gator encounter.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there.
I'm sitting.
The alligator now flips onto his back. You're in a full hug.
Mm-hmm.
He pushes you away. He's got little alligator arms. He pushes you away because you're 3 feet tall and probably about 47 pounds. And he looks at you and goes, hold on. This is a stick up, and he pulls a knife on you.
Oh.
What are you doing next?
Okay. Now I'm gonna have to utilize my Krav Maga.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I will simply, with hand-to-hand combat, disarm the gator. I have to learn Krav Maga first.
I was about to say, are you fluent in Krav Maga?
Absolutely not. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I know it's a martial art.
Yeah.
And I know it's pretty metal.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
If any one of our 4 viewers knows anything about Krav Maga, please let me know.
Please in the comments tell us about Krav Maga.
Tell me if I can
know.
disarm a knife-wielding gator via Krav Maga. Is that covered somewhere? Is there a forum? I bet there's a Krav Maga ancient scroll that shows a man disarming a knife-wielding gator.
It's just a Google form.
It's a recent technique.
Recently discovered. Gators with knives are becoming a huge problem in America.
Mainly here in Florida.
Yeah.
They're
where
learning
they are
from Florida
prominent.
Man. He's a bad influence.
Yeah. Honestly, I bet you Florida Man trained that alligator to have a knife and how to
I bet
hold
you're
it.
right. I bet most of the gators here have been trained by Florida Man. That's why they're so dangerous and aggressive.
Honestly, they look like very large puppies. If they didn't bite me, I'd take one home.
I honestly, if I ever saw a gator, I'd be like, yeah, stupid dog.
Yeah, that's exactly what you would say to
That's
it.
what I'd say, because I knew if I got too close, he'd bite
Yeah.
me. So I know he'd make me look bad.
You're right. They're always going for self-image.
They are.
Gators, you know them.
Those smug
They go
bastards.
for self-esteem and character. One day I was walking in the Florida Everglades. Don't ask me why.
Okay.
I was walking. A gator looked at me and he went, "Your shirt doesn't match your shoes." And I took a blow. That was low. It wasn't even like to me, it was like my ability to pick out an outfit.
That would definitely do me in. I do, you can't see the lower half of my body, but, okay, my shoes don't match my shirt, actually. Actually, none of my outfits really match. I have t-shirts and shorts and...
Right now he kind of matches because he's wearing gray pants. So, a fun fact about me, is I bullied Alex into wearing his Gleason shirt today
Mm-hmm.
because I had to be in blacks to do an event, and boy did I do that event. I was great. A set of microphones. It was wonderful. Anyway, so I wore it all day, and I was like, because I came into the office and I was like, man, it'd be so fun to pick up that Gleason podcast. And then I looked at Alex because he came on shift, and I went, you want to go do podcast stuff? And he was like, sure, because we've been planning this for a while. At least we have, and by we, I mean me in my head. And I was like, you should come back, because he was like, I get off of jazz band at when?
5:30.
Exactly. I'll come back. I'll wear my Gleason shirt. So I bullied him into it. I have black leggings on right now, but he has gray shorts, and they match. They match. Shoes don't.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, they're blue.
Blue sneakers.
Ew. I mean, they're nice, but my personal opinion is if you wear black and blue, you look like a bruise. Same thing with purple. Like, you cannot mix that color unless it's like a dark purple, very light blue.
Okay.
You have no clue what I'm talking about. So I'm an outfit girly.
Okay. I mean, I know a bit about color and style. I'm rather stylish myself.
It's the hat.
Right now.
It's the hat.
I started wearing this hat in July, and I haven't stopped since.
He hasn't taken it off. He goes to sleep in it.
I glued it on. It doesn't come off.
Honestly, his hair is a wig. When he takes off the hat,
the hair goes over. I'll never take off this hat.
Which is very cruel, because there's a rat trapped underneath, and that is the only reason he's getting through school. Is the rat.
I don't know a lick of calculus, but the rat is a damn genius. Basically Isaac Newton up there, pulling my hair and making me do all these weird symbols and letters. There's not even numbers anymore. They got rid of those since Algebra 2.
Man doesn't even know how to read, and the rat's up here going, "What the heck is going on with you, buddy?" And he tells him what's going on.
It's pretty shocking how much I rely on it. And the thing is, the rats don't live as long as humans. Eventually, he's going to give, and I'm going to be helpless and stupid and know absolutely nothing. I won't be able to tend to myself or my job. I will have no career. I will have no outlook on life besides being homeless and alone.
My wife will divorce me. She'll take the kids. I'll lose my job, and I'll end up on the streets, where I will most likely find another rat who is, once again, a genius. And
It's
then
a vicious cycle.
Imagine, because how long is the lifespan of a rat? Because it's got to be like 2-3 years. So you're cycling through a new wife every 2 or 3 years. You get like a new wife and kids.
It's like I meet a rat on the street. He turns out to be a genius. I let him control my mind and body. I start a very enriching life with someone I care about. We settle down together. The rat dies. She realizes everything was a lie, and we break up. And then I'm back to the streets with my rat. It's how it goes, and it's been doing it.
And you know what happens to almost everyone? Everyone I've met here at Florida Tech who wears a hat, there's a rat under there.
It's true.
It is more common than you think. It's a prominent problem in America, honestly. You know what? Let's talk about controversial things in America.
Oh dear.
I'm going to start with pigs in a blanket. Who thought about putting hot dogs in croissant rolls?
I actually agree with you on this one.
Really?
Really. Like pigs in a blanket, I'll eat them, but I would have, why? They're not. When I see pigs in a blanket, it's not like, oh boy, pigs in a blanket. It's, oh, alright, I'm hungry. They're not the ideal snack food.
Speaking of snack foods, this has nothing, but I was reminded of something.
Okay.
So a really important topic, I was talking about meese the other day. I will not refer to as a bunch of them as moose. It's weird. Meese. Kind of like
sense.
geese. It's
Yeah.
weird. Anyway, so you know how large they are? Do you know how immensely massive they are?
Yeah,
they're like
huge.
7.5 feet. They can get up to 8 feet. It's insane.
Yep.
Right? So I was looking and I was like, they're probably like the orcas of the sea, or the orcas of the land, right? And I'm like looking and I'm like, they have no natural predators. My friend looks it up and he was like, no, Rena, wolves eat them, bears eat them. And he got real close and he said, Rena, you're never gonna freaking believe this. And I went, what? Tell me more facts about meese. He goes, orcas eat them. And I lost my
Yeah.
mind. I lost my mind.
I remember learning about that. That was nuts. That they dive
Yeah. Okay, tell me why a moose can hold its breath so long underwater.
because there is no God. And he decided that he didn't decide. He's not there.
No, God is real, and he really made the decision to allow meese to go underneath water and survive for minutes. What?
I mean, okay, I could see that, but still, again, Australia, the existence of Australia and what's on there, I'm starting to question if there is something up
No,
there.
that's God's land of rejects. Like, the platypus, he really put that together and went, and then put it in Australia, and he went, go sit over there for a little while. I'll come back to you.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he just didn't.
He, like, comes out of the workshop, he's like, today was not the day. I got up on the wrong side of the bed. I didn't have my coffee. And lo and behold, the platypus, the huntsman spider.
Dude, I'm terrified
Oh.
of this. You could not convince me to, like, deal with it like a normal spider. What is it gonna do if I attack it?
My friend, his father was in Australia for some time, and he told me apparently what they do. A huntsman spider gets in the house, you just leave it like it's a spider. It gets too close to the door, you use a fire poker to push it back. I would burn the damn house down if there was a huntsman spider.
Because they get, like,
Yeah, they're huge.
they're like this big, right?
Oh, I can feel it like crawling. Oh.
No, I can feel it crawling on the walls. It's not small enough to be on your body. Unless it, like, takes up your entire torso.
Ugh.
Ugh. What happens if you, like, get bit by them? Like,
I
well,
don't
not even bit by
know.
Are they gonna attack you? Are they gonna, like, go at you? I bet you money that I could absolutely take on a what kind of spider?
Huntsman spider?
I could absolutely take on a huntsman spider, and I will do it in a heartbeat. You present me with a 4-foot tall spider, I'll take that on. Do you know how good I am getting at filtering? Because we haven't come up with a silly little sound effect to cover our swear words. So I am filtering so much. Audience out there, if you can think of any little things to blur over our swear words, I'd love you forever. Please do not do the dolphin from SpongeBob. That's overused.
No cliches. Needs
No.
to be original.
Original. We cannot get copyrighted.
That too. It can't be like your favorite song.
Honestly,
Sorry.
what if we hear me out. This is good.
Okay.
Let's open a Google form, or like a Dropbox or something, so that people can put in their own submissions of sound effects. So you can take a video and go, and if we really like it, I think we should use it.
Yeah, like a contest. Like you
Yeah,
have to
a
submit like on
contest.
Google Drive.
Yeah.
You share it to the Gleason Google Drive, and it's
Yeah.
just an MP3.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember the MP3 players?
The MP3 players.
Like MP3 players, they were like.
I know them. I've seen them. I've used them, but they were I was a bit beyond like owning one.
What do you mean by that?
Like my first like device that I could play back music on was an iPod Touch.
I had an iPod Touch. That was like one of my like first ones. I didn't have like the iPod, but I had like this like it was like a USB stick that you could like download music from your computer onto the MP3 player, plug in your headphones, listen from there.
Like I've seen those. Like I understand them. It's
Yeah.
basically a flash drive that holds MP3 files and it
Yeah.
has the capability to play them back.
Bring them back, 2022.
I don't know. I kind of like Spotify.
Hey,
What?
bring them back, 2022.
Okay. Even though that's already over, bring them back 2022.
I think it's so funny. One of my favorite comedy bits has been continuing on 2022 because I'll say, bring blah 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 back 2022, or like Rena Champlin 2022. I don't know what's been so funny about that, but I think it is comedy gold.
Just saying the wrong year.
But
Well, I mean,
specifically
specifically
2022.
last year. Okay,
Yeah.
Because then you're actually gonna get people because it's still January.
Yeah.
So I remember, yeah, one of my first assignments I dated 2022 by accident, like for this semester.
Yeah. Should I start gaslighting people into thinking it's
It's
still
still
2022?
I feel like you would get them confused, but it's so easily irrefutable.
Yeah.
It takes
No,
like
it's.
5
I'm like,
seconds.
dude. No, because you could be like, dude, it's January 2022.
Yeah, just start dating all like your papers. January 2022, and just
And
see
then,
how
like,
long until the professor's like,
yeah, they're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think you should bring up a controversial topic in America.
A controversial topic in America. I remember we just mentioned controversial topic in America about 5 years ago. Now it feels like, but I don't remember what we even said.
I talked about pigs in a blanket.
That's right. Okay, controversial topic in America.
Yeah, please. We also talked about prominent problems in America, like gators with knives.
That's true. That is a bit of an epidemic.
And STEM students with rats under their hats.
I think I'm gonna go for a bit more of a real one, like the pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
When it comes to French fries and chicken nuggets, the best, one of the best dipping sauces to use is ketchup and mayo mixed together. Wrong?
Wrong.
What do you use?
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A sauce is really good.
I think it hits. But if I had to go with a not brandized sauce, like just a regular sauce, I will admit ketchup and mayo is good, but I like that more on a hamburger. Like I am a mayo connoisseur. I was gonna say a W word that has 5 letters. That only has 5 letters in it. But I filtered because we don't have that sound effect. That's right. Maybe we'll make a Dropbox. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you're lucky.
If we feel charitable towards our dear audience,
our
maybe
4 viewers.
Our 4 viewers might have the privilege to submit an MP3 file to no cost of their own or us, so we can use it at free reign. And
we will copyright it as our own sound
We
effect.
will claim it. If you give it to us, it's fine. Good as fine. Even if we don't use it, we have it as a copy.
It is our now intellectual property.
Yep, and if you try and use it, we will sue you to oblivion.
That is thousands of dollars in our pocket.
Yeah.
Come for us.
Maybe 10. Because I don't think we're going to get it on much. But
you don't? Why?
I think it'd be kind of difficult.
Mean?
I don't actually know how copyright infringement works
I have
legally.
no idea either.
We're
going to pretend that we do. Yeah. I forgot to set a timer to be how long have we been recording?
So we just have no idea.
So we have no idea. We could be going for 20 minutes. We could be going for 10 minutes. We could be going for an hour.
How long have we been going for, audience?
I could get up and check the back of the camera, or I could look at my phone at what time I texted Ed to say stop jogging. We don't need your help anymore. We figured it out.
Ed didn't see it. He's still going. He went past Gleason. He's just in the zone. He's cruising. He's going up the state. He's gonna end up in Georgia.
Honestly, he's in Gleason right now. He's banging on the door, trying to get in.
Alex, Rita, I know what to do. I know how to fix it.
I've worked with Da Vinci before. I can save you. And to that we say thank you, Ed.
Thanks, Ed. It's very the gesture's appreciated, but we figured it out.
We are winners in this room.
I'm a winner.
We let him think that. But the real winner is the true friendship we found along the way.
Yeah, the real winner is the friendship. Oh, that's what's happening. Yeah. I was like, I'm talking to the mic, but I actually have a microphone. I'm used to the fake microphones.
No,
This is so professional. You can actually capture audio.
I know, it's crazy. For our pilot episode, because we were talking, I don't know if I already told the story, but we talked to Jeff and we were like, can we do this? And Jeff was like, I don't see why not. And then we sat down and we just had a podcast for a little while.
Basically.
We used, it wasn't recorded, there was no technology, we had markers for microphones. And our topic for the day was duckportation. Duck transportation.
How it's going to take over the world.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you want to hear more about that. It's so exciting.
Enthralling, even.
Honestly, the way of the future. Please, please let us talk to you about duckportation.
You gotta get ahead of the curve. You get on this now, and you're gonna be set for life. It's like Bitcoin. You buy it in 2008, and you're set for life.
I was gonna say it's like Tesla. It's like Elon Musk.
Yep.
It's any big company where you're like, I'll just buy it for now.
Ducks. Invest.
Invest today. I do want to come back to a topic that we did talk about in our pilot episode.
All right.
And it was the Raccoon Olympics.
Oh, that was yes, I do recall the Raccoon Olympics.
Okay, glad that I'm not crazy. That I'm just like Raccoon Olympics, and you're sitting there and it's crickets, and you're like.
Nope. I recall. This was a topic that we came up with and discussed.
Yeah. I don't think we touched on it enough though, because it came in a phase, and it was like Raccoon Olympics, and then it was like thrown to the side.
It was for some other raccoon-related subject.
It's so sad.
It's
so sad. We talked about touching the raccoons on campus.
I do. I have a plan now to
You
get
have
a
a plan?
raccoon.
I also have a plan. I want to hear yours first.
Okay, my plan. It's a big cliche. It's a classic, an oldie but a goldie, as they say.
I thought it was an oldie but a goodie.
I thought it was.
Are you referencing like the Golden Girls?
I don't know what I'm referencing. I just heard that before. I thought. Oh. Anyway, you get a cardboard box. You get yield stick to support one end of the cardboard box. We have like a trail of M&Ms going to the box, and the string, or the stick has a string tied to it where we're like around a corner. And the raccoon follows the trail of M&Ms, eating one by one. He gets the one under the box. I yank the string. The box falls. The raccoon is trapped. And we have ourselves a new friend.
Quick question.
Okay.
I see a little bit of a flaw in your
Right.
plan. Cardboard boxes tend to be, like, not as light. Could the raccoon just flip it up? Ooh, that could have been bad.
That's another child.
Jeff, don't look. As long as I tell Jeff if it's broken, it's okay.
That's right.
Anyway, can't the raccoons just out of the way and scamper off? Those little scamps.
We may have to weigh the box down a bit.
With rocks?
Probably.
Or a dictionary? What would
Either
be
would
your
work.
prefer weight choice? Not too heavy for the raccoon, but like just heavy enough.
My preferred weight choice would be I would go to the panther statue and take the tail off it and just tape that to the box. I think that would
You're gonna vandalize Florida Tech property for this raccoon?
He's worth it. He means that much to me. It's not just about having weight on the box. It's about the gesture. So the raccoon knows he was worth it.
Okay, so that makes my plan sound like garbage.
Okay.
Because my plan was just because I live in Panther Bay, and the raccoons hang out at the dumpster. There's like 8 or 10 raccoons. They're insatiable. They hang out in the dumpsters. Sometimes when there's like no trash in there, they fall into the dumpsters and they can't get back out. So the maintenance men have to come out with a plank of wood to put it in so that they can scamper out.
I see where this is going.
Yeah, anyway, so what I've been thinking about doing is, no, actually, it's going to go in the opposite direction.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever it's nighttime, I'm going to creep up next to the dumpsters so quiet the raccoons don't hear me, and then I'm just going to jump them. I'm going to pull a knife like a robbery? What is that called? Like a
mugging?
It starts with an S. It's like a...
Assault? Assailant?
No, those start with A's.
Oh, you said S.
Yes. Like a... Not a stick-up. Maybe it's a stick-up.
It might be a stick-up.
Quick question.
Okay.
Quick question time. I just made that just now, and I'm gonna stick with it. No, I'm not. Anyway.
Like they never recur again.
It will never make an appearance ever again. Anyway, so my quick question, which we should expand upon, so it's no longer a quick question. Disregard all of that. It was Hernandez.
I gotta fight him.
Are you? This goes into 3 categories. Are
Okay.
you a cowboy, a pirate, or a ninja?
I would definitely put myself under the cowboy category. Every time I take a banana from the dining hall, I like hold it near my waist, and and I approach a random pedestrian. I go, "This campus ain't big enough for the two of us." I look him in the eye, and I fan the back of the banana to get the maximum fire rate. They don't even know what hit him. They just stand there, confused, and dazed, almost with a tinge of annoyance. And then I take the banana, blow the smoke off the top of it, and then I walk away into the sunset. I can't do that. We'll get copyrighted.
Yeah. Please don't copyright us.
Please, I'm sorry.
We'll copyright you, but you can't copyright us. My legs are stuck. No, they're not. I'm lying.
Yeah, no copyright backsies.
Yeah. yeah. Copyright, no copyright. I don't know. It's Jinx, no Jinx bags.
Yeah, basically.
You did that joke. Okay, so I just stole the joke and messed it up.
I've been robbed. It's just like that time I was mugged by the knife-wielding gator.
Oh wait, has that happened? I thought that was like a hypothetical occurrence that's coming up. Has that happened to you before? Was that like PTSD when I brought it up?
Basically, I had to hide it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had. There was one knife-wielding gator encounter. I don't like to think about it.
You don't like to think about it?
No. I lost $5 Canadian.
I lost $5 Canadian to that son of a gun.
That guy.
That meanie head?
Green.
Man.
What were we trying to talk about?
We were talking about... Well, originally it was the Raccoon Olympics, but I moved on to the cowboy, pirate, or ninja. I'm also a cowboy.
Okay. That's respectable. I respect that.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the Raccoon Olympics. I feel like that's more important right now.
Okay. So, are we just trying to figure out, like, what events would be involved with the Raccoon Olympics?
We could do that, and then how we could get the raccoons to compete.
Okay.
What events do you think would be at a Raccoon Olympic?
Definitely trash eating.
Yeah, I think that would be a big one. I think, now this is a reoccurring theme in this episode, but robbing people?
They do have masks.
That
might be a cliche, but I think they would be pretty good at, like, if I saw, like, a bunch of raccoons in a trench coat, and they had, like, each of their little paws had, like, a little knife in it, I'm not messing with that.
They can all come up with their own, like, type of way to rob someone.
Exactly.
Is they all have, like, one is in a trench coat with knives, another one is, like, by himself and he has, like, a mini pistol. Another one is just kind of, like, balling his fists up and looking angry.
Yeah, he's just gonna brawl. Brawl with a raccoon in an alley.
This chair is so squeaky. I wonder if it's coming across in the audio. It was fine when my little legs were up, but my foot is asleep now. I wonder how much I am distorting the audio by going like super close but lowering my voice and then like getting away and then being louder. I wonder if it's like a consistent sound just because I'm monitoring. I know that I've laughed into this microphone and absolutely killed some people's ear.
Oh yeah. We started with
drums.
4 viewers. 2 of them died from shock from how much the audio spiked throughout this podcast.
We did that. We'll take the blame.
I'm taking the credit.
That's a win for me, baby. I see it no other way.
I'm raising my Katie. The army
Damn it, I'm a hitman!
I'm a gun for hire.
Yeah. I think that's good. Alright, I'm gonna ask another question.
Okay.
Let's say you have... Okay, so let's... If I were to... so let's say... Okay. Now
so
if you...
when you...
No, when I... When let's imagine right now. Okay, so let's imagine.
Okay.
You are in the sandy beaches of, I don't know, Florida, somewhere in Florida. You're on a sandy beach.
Okay.
These little hermit crabs start making a circle around you. What do you think they are doing?
I think they're starting a seance and they're gonna send me to the crab realm.
The crab realm?
Yeah, there's gonna be like, it's It's not a pentagram. It's gonna be like a crabogram that forms beneath me in the sand
Yeah.
as they're doing their little seance around me, moving back and forth in a circle.
Are you allowing them to, or are you asleep and you don't even know what's happening?
No, I know I have a greater purpose in this crabogram.
Your true crab purpose is coming.
Exactly.
Yeah. What kind of crustacean would you be in the crab realm?
What kind of crustacean? I'd be that blue lobster. They're crustaceans, right?
Yeah, lobsters are crustaceans.
Yeah, I'd be that blue lobster.
We are academically smart. We are not common sense smart. If they are not crustaceans, please tell us. You would be a really good blue lobster. I think you would.
So.
I want to be a king crab.
Ooh, king crab.
Yeah, they're so large, but for why?
For no reason. For fun.
Similar to the huntsman spider. Let's wrap around, guys. A full circle.
I don't need to think about the huntsman spider.
But I do. The ever elusive huntsman spider. Are they like vicious and like? Will they hurt people? Like if you look away and then they look back because they're like in your house. That's what you're supposed to do.
I've heard because they're so big and it like takes so much for them to move, they're very docile.
So I could just freaking with a
I don't
like
know
a
if you start
baseball bat.
beating the crap out of it, it might get upset and it might retaliate. I don't know.
Right, but if it's so big and you said it's docile, like.
Yeah, but you know, docile in the sense like I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know, if you have like a Great Dane, right?
Yeah.
It's just a dog.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt
Man's
you.
going
It's a
for it.
dog. You pet the dog likes you. If you approach this Great Dane, you're like, stupid dog, you make me look bad. And you start like throwing hands with it, it's gonna fight back.
Are you telling me to pet a huntsman spider?
No, don't touch it.
I like that you're fighting words with the Great Dane, but you make me look bad.
I'm gonna say, I'm learning from the greats. Eustace Baggs.
Is that okay? Why does the Great Dane make you look bad? Could it be hypothetically because a Great Dane compared to you're 3 feet and a Great Dane is at least 5?
Yeah.
You want to be the bigger man.
I do. I'm supposed to be the man of the house, but I come home and it's the dog making dinner. It's the dog that he does stuff around the house, which is great and all, but that was supposed to be me.
He's providing for my wife, my children. I go to work and slave away, but he comes home and there's bacon on the table.
As much bacon as he damn pleases, because he makes it. The children barely even know me. I come home and I'm like, you want to play catch? I play catch with the dog. The dog. And they didn't it wasn't fetch. The dog threw the ball for them. Like back and forth. Like father-son bonding. He is stealing my life.
He is helping your kids practice for t-ball. And he has the little pitcher glove on and he goes, "Go long, Timmy," and he like chucks the ball as they go running.
Should have never taught that dog how to talk.
You're right, it all went downhill since we taught him how to
Gave
talk.
him way too much leverage.
He knows too much. He's recently gone into politics. Let me tell you, he is winning.
He's going to become governor of a small town in North Dakota.
He's going places.
He is.
Places that I wish I could go.
Exactly.
That Great Dane is
I
probably
envy my dog.
He's going to be part of the Senate, and I'm going to look back on these days and go, man, I wish that man never talked.
If I just kept his mouth shut, he would not be running the country. But I'm sorry. I'm only human, and now my dog is going to become president of the United States of America.
Maybe even the world. And we're so sorry, but you know what? Things happen. And now I've learned my lesson. Never teach a dog to talk.
Never. It never
He'll
ends.
steal your wife. He'll steal your kids.
Wife, your kids, your town, your country, and then your planet. All the dogs.
I'm gonna have to take care of him myself.
It's like when you let
Pull out a little knife.
It's like when you let the dog upstairs for the first time. Like when it's like the dog's not allowed upstairs. You let the dog upstairs, and the dog's always allowed upstairs. You let the dog in the Senate one time,
and he just doesn't leave.
Yeah, and it's just
he's supposed to leave after a few years. Why is he not going?
And then it's just the dog's Senate. It's just accepted. It's like, oh yeah, it's of course he's allowed.
Oh, have you seen Biscuit? Oh, he's over at his chair.
It goes from the dog's not allowed on the couch to it's the dog's couch. The dog's not allowed in the Senate to it's the dog's Senate. Then country, so on, so forth. Oh.
It's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. That's okay. Do you want me to check and see how long we've been here?
We have been rambling for quite some time.
We
I would
have.
not be surprised
I'm gonna.
if like an hour.
If an hour is gone, imagine we're not even like an hour in. It's like 20 minutes in, and we've just been going, and we're just like, yeah, this is great.
Hey, at least then it is content rich. We are stimulating the audience to the point where they don't even need Subway Surfers gameplay like next to the podcast in order to be able to watch it.
Okay, so we started at like 6:30ish, and now it's 7:13. How long has that been?
Just shy of 45 minutes.
That's crazy. We've been going.
We have.
I'm gonna put this away now.
What was I just saying? I don't remember the words that just came out of my mouth 10 seconds ago.
I remember Dog Senate, and that was like.
I remember Dog Senate, and my brain shut off.
Yeah. It hit Dog Senate, and that's my thought for today. It's not going anywhere else. We're staying on Dog Senate.
There's no more signals going on up there. The rat's taking a nap. I have no more funny words to say.
We ran out of all the funny things we could possibly say. Now it's on to like something normal, like.
Something normal. The walls here are so sturdy. I love the asbestos inside of them. You know, I just learned recently that was not a joke.
Really?
I thought they were kidding about the asbestos.
Is it not a joke?
Apparently, the building's so old, like you never come in contact with it. So
Yeah.
I guess maybe Zen is just messing with me to the nth degree.
Zen hates me. I wouldn't be surprised. Zen and I frequently have fistfights. I have to write him notes that say like, "Be nice to Rena. Remember to be nice to Rena," and like. I will try to go to my car at night. It's like 10 o'clock, and he jumps me out of freaking nowhere. Zen goes, "Rah, I'm a vegan."
Okay, that one actually, the vegan one. I don't know where I heard it from, but I was convinced for all of last semester.
Because Jeff said it at the meeting, and he was like, and then something for Zen because he's vegan. Cut off there. In my head, I'm like, oh, so Zen is a vegan. That's fine, whatever.
It was fact.
At the Christmas party, he's eating like meat, and I look at him and I go, "What are you doing, Zen? You're a vegan!" And Jeff just loses it.
I remember, yeah, it was you, and then I think it was like Blake. And
Yeah,
I thought he was also vegan.
Yeah, and then Blake going, "I thought he was also a vegan." Like,
yeah, Jeff and Ed
they're meanie
they're
heads.
so over the moon that this joke stuck.
Yeah. and that we are believing it as fact. It's not even a joke.
It's like, Zen just, he looks like a vegan. Like you say he's vegan, he looks like he would
looks
be.
like a vegan. I'm sure he sounds like a vegan as well. I would know.
Not to be insulting, Zen, if you're watching, but that is an insult.
You go vegan derogatory, but only towards Zen. If you want to be vegan, go ahead. I encourage it.
It's
go
like
for
the backslash stuff you do for like context when you're typing something like /s for sarcasm /derogatory.
Yeah. That's anytime I go near the esports center or like we'll set up like an event for Gleason. I'll go like near. They're like, okay, we're going to esports center, and I go, I don't want to go to the esports center. Derogatory. I don't know why, but I will. I have set foot in there like 4 times, and every single time it has been the worst experience of my life. Not because anything has gone bad. It's just I can't force I don't know why I can't go in there. Esports derogatory.
I think esports was the first time we came up with the idea for this podcast, actually, because that's where we tested the microphones.
Yeah, it was because we were doing like a gamer interview.
Yeah.
And you were like the person, and then I was like
You were supposed to be like a Twitch e-girl.
Yeah, Twitch e-girl Discord kitten. That was the bit. And I don't know what we discussed, but that was like the first event where we were like, let's start a podcast. Gleason had a podcast. Let's continue it. Let's go.
Bringing it back.
bringing it back, hot, back in snaction.
All stems from the Esports Center. Probably the only good thing that's come out of it.
It is, yeah. I'm gonna have to confirm that the Gleason podcast coming back into life, probably the finest accomplishment of the Esports Center. Derogatory.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I never talk about the Esports Center in a positive light. I refuse. I have a visceral, physical reaction if I do.
I throw up in my mouth anytime I say esports without saying derogatory immediately after it.
It just has to happen. I will not accept the Esports Center as a positive place.
It's so obnoxious though because the technology in there is so nice.
It is.
They have like their setup is so cool because they're in like little like rows and they got their chairs for all of their esports teams and I got to change the lights on there to make it pink, and then I looked at all of the gamers and I went, don't change this, I think it's pretty. And they were all very intimidated because they're gamers. Yeah, so it's silly when you make a joke of it, but it's actually a really nice place.
It is. It's actually like a really nice building. The AC in there is fantastic. Probably the best AC on campus.
Yeah. You know what terrifies me? Where I can't go?
What?
Is the Health Science Center. Like that building, the Science Health, like the new building.
Oh, the new one.
The new building, yeah, the Health Science Center, or something, I don't know what it's called. So as a forensic psych student, I feel like such a fake going into the quad. Like, I see all of these, like, STEM, like, and then I'm, like, going through, and I'm like, they're gonna bully me, they're gonna know, they're gonna go, you're not a smart person, you write papers on hypothetical things. And I'm going, no, don't bully me, STEM majors. But I've decided to make myself the bully because I don't know how to use numbers.
Ooh. What is the highest math you had to take for that?
It's not like a high math, it's a hypothetical math, it's statistics is what I've taken. I took like college algebra, and then I took statistics for it. And right now I'm in research methods and statistics too.
You didn't take any calc?
No.
And they don't require calculus?
No, I'm
in calculus too. I have to take the sequel.
Well, the squeakquel.
Yeah.
Calculus 2, the squeakquel. No, because I did dual enrollment, so I got my AA early. I literally graduated high school 1 semester later, I have my AA. And so I did all of my maths and prereqs in there, and so now I'm just doing like core classes, plus this one gosh darn humanities class, which I am taking because I needed an extra 3 elective course because they were like, we can't take any of your theater credits, and then they hit me in the face and then spit on me when I was down.
They beat me, and when I was on the floor, they spit on me, and they didn't even look back.
They didn't even apologize, and you know what? Whatever, I just brushed it off, and I got back up, and then I cried a little.
It was just such an attack to my character.
It's like when that gator looked at me and went, those shoes don't match those pants.
What does he know about fashion? He doesn't even wear clothes.
Shut up, damn it! You don't know anything! You don't know my life! You don't know what I like! Okay, let's talk about something topical.
Something topical.
Yeah. It can be absolutely wild. It can be normal.
Okay, something absolutely wild, something... Okay, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what's happened recently.
Yeah.
January 2023, but it's actually 2022.
We're just repeating 2022 again. We've just decided.
That's kind of how it's good to go.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. You think of something, I'll entertain the audience. You jump in whenever you're ready.
Right. I'm gonna need a moment. Yeah.
I'm just.
What am I doing?
I'm just. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna monologue. Can I get a topic real quick while you think?
Yeah. You mean get a topic? Like you want me to give you one?
Yeah, like just give me a word and I'll like new choice it. Like I'll just do an improv monologue.
Alright, fast food chains.
Man, whenever I walk into fast food chains, I go, show me the basement. And they look and they go, what are you talking about? And then I reach over the counter and I grab them by their shirts and I go, show me the gosh darn basement. And then they're intimidated. Now this works in any Wendy's, McDonald's. It does not work in Chick-fil-A's. It will work at an Arby's. Sonic is iffy. It's more like an attic. And then there's a Jack in the Box in Arkansas, which if you go show me the basement, they just show you the back door, and then it just goes into a void. Don't know how that happens. Anyway, so normally when I go into these restaurants and I'm like, show me the gosh darn basement, they bring me into it. Now I know what you're thinking, Rena. What is in the basement of a fast food chain? Could it be fries, nuggies, hamburger? Those are all wrongs. There are 14,000 different types of snails. Every fast food chain you go to, there are 14,000 specifically types of snails in their basement. You cannot walk on the floor. You get to like the second to last step, and it's just snails from there. Thank you. Have you thought of a question? First of all, I'll ask a question. Did you like my monologue?
I did. I very much enjoyed your monologue. Okay.
We can cut that out.
I came up with something very topical.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Very, very recently happened. Did you ever watch the first season of Invincible?
No.
Okay. Well, season 2 was just like officially announced, given a rough release date of the end of 2023. We haven't seen Invincible, so that makes it very difficult to talk
Okay,
about.
do you want me to monologue again and you can think about a new topic?
Man, it's hard being topical. I gotta sort of stay on top of what kids are doing these days. That's my topic.
Yeah?
I absolutely despise all those videos that are like split, and it's like the actual thing that they're trying to show you, and like Subway Surfers or like Minecraft parkour underneath it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You know what makes me lose my mind? The Reddit posts and an automated voice reading to you, and then underneath is the Subway Surfer or the Minecraft parkours, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, just show me the gosh darn, like, video, or show me the gosh darn text.
Look, do I need to be stimulated like I am in preschool?
Just being overstimulated.
I know they have all like the numbers showing how our attention span keeps going down, and I believe it. I love to not pay attention.
My attention span is terrible. I could be doing like 3 things on my computer and still not have like my full attention on things. Like, I'll still need something to stimulate my brain.
Yeah, I got 3 things going on my computer. I got homework, I got a YouTube video, and I got my Subway Surfers game.
I am not watching YouTube, and I am not doing homework. I am playing specific. I keep bumping this. I keep specifically playing Subway Surfer.
I have to wonder why Subway Surfers. I feel like that lived and died in the 2010s.
Why did it come back into popularity like in 2021? Because I've seen videos.
I don't know anyone who plays Subway Surfers.
Because I know Minecraft is prominent because they have like the Dream SMP and all of those Minecraft YouTube videos. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Manberg. Anyway, do you get my reference? Did you get my reference?
I did.
Who's your favorite Dream SMP? Sorry, we're gonna go on a little ramble. Did you watch the Dream SMP?
No, I did not. But I know Jay Schlatt joined it like twice or something, so he's my favorite.
Yeah, no, I love Jay Schlatt. I watched for like the first little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, and then I got so distracted with other things because the story kind of tumbled down, and it wasn't good because Wilbur wasn't writing it anymore, and so it was like getting iffy, and there was no cohesiveness. But I know that it's gotten better. And it went back up.
I didn't know there was like a story.
No, that's the whole world. Everyone is like their own role. Like there's like a. I don't know how to explain it because you can watch from different people's perspectives. I would watch from Tommy Ednett. I liked him. I also liked watching Wilbur. That was good. And then Jay Schlatt was always hilarious.
I love Jay.
And so good. Yeah, Jay Schlatt is cool.
I aspire to be Jay Schlatt. I can't grow mutton chops though.
Do you want to know a reason why he grew all that? And
I am well aware of the reason he grew all that. Yeah.
Poor Jay Schlatt.
Poor Jay Schlatt.
Yeah.
He didn't need that.
He didn't deserve it.
But now he's got a very unique.
But now he looks very distinct.
Yeah.
He looks like a little guy, honestly.
Yeah. I guess you could put it that way. He looks like a little guy. With his little mutton chops coming out of his little face.
Man lived in the 1600s with his little mutton chops. What?
I didn't even say anything.
Okay, you cleared your voice.
I cleared
and
my
I went,
throat.
And then I was like, oh man, I'm interrupting. I feel like I'm taking over this podcast a little bit at a time.
No.
No, you feel like this is equal playing field?
I'm definitely gonna look back at the audio and it's gonna be like your track's gonna be for most of the podcast, and I'll like butt in every once in a while.
I think it's gonna be because I think it's just gonna be volume levels. You're only gonna hear me because I'm just naturally loud, and I keep getting close to the microphone, and then you're gonna be like right under. The volume for this episode is gonna be a mess.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we keep moving around. Well, I do. I keep moving around because I can't keep still. You've seen.
I'm trying to keep still. I've been in front of a microphone before.
I hit that microphone. You guys probably just heard a. Oh shoot! I wasn't supposed to clap.
Oh dear. That was you did it. You did a third
We
kill,
did.
and then you just did the clap. So that's all four. All four of our viewers
They're all
have
deceased.
passed away.
We have no more viewers anymore. It's fine.
Viewership
it's okay.
has plummeted because they're dead. Because we
I'm fired.
dead by our hands. Your hands.
My hands. You didn't do
I
anything.
am a free
Jeff
man.
is gonna fire me. Jeff is gonna fire me for killing these 4 gosh darn viewers. I'm so sorry, Jeff. Don't fire me.
They were keeping the Gleason, the whole Gleason building afloat. The revenue we got from 4 viewers on our podcast was all that was keeping us here. The building will sink into the ground tomorrow and cease to be.
and Jeff and Ed will go down with their ship.
Yeah, they'll be standing on the roof saluting us.
And they just slowly crumble into the ground. And in the background you'll hear do-do-do.
Yeah.
Do-do-do. Yeah. It's just Pep Band.
Just pet fan. Yeah, we got quoted 500 for that recording, but
Yeah.
that really got derailed. I don't even know what.
I
The
know.
Subway Surfers game.
Right. So sorry. We really got distracted with that one.
Very, very distracted. Okay.
Wait, can I? Okay. No, continue with your topic. I'll
Okay,
think of mine. I'll
So-
remember it later.
I run into these videos. I have to wonder who they. I can't think of the word, but like who is asking for these? Who cannot sit through a 15 to 30-second clip of like Family Guy?
Who is their target audience?
Exactly. Who are they catering to?
Yeah,
That's what I was
yeah.
trying to say.
No, who are they looking at? Like, is it like a 12 to 15-year-old? Like, they're like old enough to watch Family Guy, but also they're young and so they want to look at multiple things at once.
Like, my concern is how this will affect, like
Future
attention
generations.
span,
Yeah.
right? It's been going down, I think, linearly. I don't know the numbers exactly. We're just gonna see it plummet.
Yeah,
gonna
and
be-
then
if
soon
there
no one's
aren't-
gonna know what to do.
If there aren't gonna be like 3 very stimulating things going on, they will not be able to concentrate. And we're gonna end up like movies are going to be 20 minutes long at the longest.
Are they
they're
just
gonna
YouTube
be-
videos now?
They're gonna be absurdly paced, like joke after joke after joke after like scene. There will be no.
There's a killing.
Great.
There's 3 monologues that are comedic. Somebody dies again, and it's back out with the jokes. It's 20 minutes long, and it's on your screen now.
And there's a smaller projector that's just playing Subway Surfers gameplay off to the side.
It's 2 opposing projectors, and one projector is Subway Surfers reverse, so you can see it correctly, and then another one is a projector coming in, and then you can see the 20-minute video. My question is, so those videos are usually like 30 seconds long
Yep.
to like a minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you get so good at like Minecraft parkour or Subway
That
Surfers
is something
for
I've
so
thought
long?
about.
Like, how do you build up the skill where you're like, I've gone for 5 minutes now on Subway Surfers. I could officially put a video over my gameplay.
Who has dedicated their lives to Subway Surfers to the extent that they have the endurance to play for the entire like minute straight? Like, I guess that's not a very long time, like saying it out loud, 60 seconds.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a game like Subway Surfers,
Yeah.
that's like the whole point of the game
That
is
and
you're only
Temple
playing
Run?
for.
Do you remember that? Temple Run? And it had
Temple Run.
Yeah.
Temple Run. Yep. It's like those games you're not gonna make it very
Yeah.
long. So like these are pros, professional.
They would put their
Subway
time
surfing.
and I bet you they have every single skin.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, they could choose what, but they always go with the default character. You're gonna be that skilled, and you're gonna hit me with the default character.
The default skin. You couldn't go to the item shop once.
Really?
The
Because
Subway
it's not
Surfers
even real
battle
money.
pass.
It's the gold coins you collect.
Yeah, it's actually it's an excellent point. You could just get the skin. You
Wait.
actually have the skin probably. They're teasing us. Tantalizing.
Every 30 videos that they do, they put in like one of the fancy little skins, and then it's immediately back.
It's like, I know it's there. You took it away from
See it
me.
again.
Right when I got it back, it was gone.
What I hate are the Subway Surfer videos, and then they have the Reddit things, and it's like part 1, part 2, part 3.
Oh my god.
And then I'm like, okay, well you can't hook me on this video of me watching Subway Surfers and enjoying a little Reddit thread, and then all of a sudden you're gonna split it up. This could have been told over a TikTok amount of time of a minute.
Oh yeah. There's no need.
There's no need for part 6, 7, and 8 to just put it in one video. That's all we ask.
It doesn't need to exist. I want the trend to die, but I'm worried that it's not a trend and that it's just the way forward.
It's a genuine
content.
need for people today.
There are people that cannot consume content without stimulating Subway Surfers gameplay overlaid on it.
Yeah. We're gonna condition America to respond only to Subway Surfers or Minecraft parkour.
It's like a sleeper agent. You see your TV.
You put it on and you're like immediately concentrated. It's like a shot of espresso into your blade. You're like, okay, I'm ready to concentrate.
I'm ready.
During the ACT, they put like Subway
If I ever walk into an exam and they have Subway Surfers gameplay on the board, I'm just gonna walk out and accept the 0.
It's on the clear touches. And you can only be hired as a teacher if you're really good at Subway Surfers. If you can continue on for a full 60 minutes, you have the job.
That's all teaching degrees are gonna be in the future.
That's how you officiate it. You go to like grad school and you can be a college professor if you can play Subway Surfers for an hour.
Yeah, you get your teacher's degree. You have to take Subway Surfers 101, Subway Surfers 102, Subway Surfers 201. It just every year you don't stop.
The 3 letters in front is SUB.
Yep.
And then it's like SUB 1101, SUB 1102.
It's its own category.
Yeah,
of
and
class.
each time you come in, and in order to like pass the final exam, is you have to get enough gold coins to get the next skin, and that's how you prove that you've been through.
Yeah, that you've experienced enough Subway Surfers.
Yeah. The only reason teachers will get fired in the future is by not using the default character.
Oh yeah.
Unless it's a holiday, in which case you can go have fun, enjoy, show your kids what's going on. But like you will get fired if you don't use that default character.
Yep, it's like the wacky like trapdoor.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of the movie.
What movie?
Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Where they're like sitting at the table, as the trapdoor is gone. Your teacher's at the clear touch and he has the wrong skin. He's like, oh no, and he's
him and the clear touch are gone.
Clear touch are gone.
It's been stained. It cannot no more.
No, the clear touch is no good.
And their Subway Surfer account is deleted.
All their hard work down the toilet.
It's like how you sign up for things, and it's like, are you a student or a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
And like student, you just get to play Subway Surfers and take an exam. But like for the teacher, it has like your birth certificate and like your and like your social security number that like you disappear if you fail to abide by the Subway Surfer rules.
Oh, they will find you.
Yeah.
Subway Surfers will find you.
It's like the joke that they. Are we gonna get copyrighted for just talking about Subway Surfers?
No.
Okay, cool. Because I know some people like.
Can mention.
Yeah, we can
copyrighted
mention
material. We can't show.
We can't show it. So we can't show clips of this video with Subway Surfers underneath.
No, if we put Subway Surfers the gameplay underneath this, there's a chance to get copyrighted. Well, I think gameplay would be fine.
Okay, so it would
Let's
Let's Plays. Because I was about to say, like, well, why can't I just report an entire account on TikTok? Imagine being a TikTok vigilante and you're going around and finding these Subway Surfer Reddit video, Family Guy Reddit video, like Subway Surfer, Minecraft parkour, and you are just reporting every account, and you're like, Subway Surfer, not good.
No.
No.
Keep it away.
Keep it away. No more. I
You
don't
should have
even...
died in 2013. Accept your death.
Your death was in 2009. You amount to nothing now.
I don't think the game existed yet.
When did Subway Surfers come out?
I want to say like 2012. I'm taking a shot in the dark. I'm going off of...
Did Temple Run come first?
Ooh, that's a good question. I actually don't know.
I really want to look this up.
Ever since my mind was exposed to the App Store, they were just there.
Yeah. The App Store is crazy.
The App Store is a crazy place.
Yeah.
It's become a bit of a Wild West.
My favorite thing is looking at like the app updates in the App Store and seeing like what's been improved, and then like looking at the comments to see if like they've improved like the problems that they're getting in the comments. I don't know why, but I can spend hours like comparing and contrasting what's going on in the game and if it's really worth it.
I don't do that.
I know you don't. It's a weird thing that I do, and I don't know why I do it.
I think I've looked at update notes for an app maybe once. And
I
it was
think
just
it's
like...
so wild to look at.
It's like... No, it was like out of frustration I'll do it. It'll be like the app's updated and I'm like, what the hell did you change? What do you mean you have to update the app? And I go look at like, what is so important? What does the YouTube app have to update? And they don't even specify, just like, bug fixes. It's like, I didn't have any bugs.
How you said that was... I don't have any bugs. That was so funny. No, I love to see dedicated game developers like, we're improving the game for you. And I'm like, yes, keep it up, girly. Make changes. Update it. Take my money. I actually don't pay for apps.
Oh, no,
I will
absolutely
never pay for an app. Ever. I will pay. However, okay, no, I can't mention that. We'll get sued. No, we won't. Dropout, it's like $5. But I keep forgetting to like pay it, so I'll have it for like a month, and then it's like, oh shoot, I should have paid $5 for this, and then I'll lose it for like 3 months, and then I'll remember I have it again, and I'm back at it.
Alright. It doesn't like just automatically renew, you just like you manually pay every month.
I have no clue. I'll be real honest. Like, I don't know what happens, but I'll go listen to like one of their podcasts of their D&D, because that's the only reason I want it, is to listen to their D&D podcast. Do you play D&D?
I do.
Yeah?
Yep.
Are you in like a campaign right now?
I am in a campaign right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell
It's
me
my
about it.
first like proper campaign. I made a dwarf barbarian, naturally. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
There was one encounter we had in a dungeon where there were a bunch of gnomes. Yes, it was gnomes.
I love gnomes in D&D. You
And
can make them so weird.
we had to fight them. They were like guarding something, whatever. And there was one that we like we didn't kill, just like severely maimed. And so instead of like, or not necessarily severely, but like you know, injured him, whatever.
Yeah.
So instead of like, you know, oh, just kill the gnome, whatever, I decided, I was playing God of War at the same time, right? So I'm like...
Oh, okay, God of War as in you were actually playing the game? Or were you like...
I'm not like...
You weren't physically playing God of War.
Like, not there in the moment. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't like concurrent, like my Subway Surfers deal with gameplay.
Because I was about to be like, are you Subway Surfering us with your D&D campaign?
No. I do not play God of War during D&D. I play God of War my room, and I play D&D with my friends.
Yeah.
This is like concurrent with my God of War 2018 playthrough.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm gonna make him my companion. I get the bard in our party to heal him, and I solely refer to him as boy. The DM even gave him a name and an age which was well above boyhood, because he's a gnome. He's still younger than me, but like he's definitely like, I think he's like 30 something.
You're talking to this 30-year-old man and you go, boy, come
Boy.
here.
And
I
so
love that.
I gave him a bow. I asked,
Yeah.
like, the DM was like, okay, fine, he can use a bow, like, very crudely. Like, yes, I'm giving him a bow. And then I found, I forgot what class I was looking for. I think it was a fighter, because
Yeah.
I wanted him to become Arcane Archer, because I wanted him to be boy. So I find a fighter class in a town, and I pay him to tutor boy. And now boy has, like, magic arrows. He's an actual party member. He has his own character sheet. I think he's, like, level 4 or 5 or something. it's been fun, and I still refer to him as boy. The whole party refers to him as boy. He's
That's so
he's
funny.
beloved.
You have to say it in like boy. Like
course.
you have to say it in a voice.
Like I can say everything else normally, but I have to say boy. Like,
yeah,
I'm
I saw you
crazy.
switching back and forth. My foot is asleep, and I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but yeah, I noticed you switching in between, and I'm like, he comes with a voice, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. What does boy sound like? Does your DM do like voices?
He does.
Yeah.
To an extent.
To an
To
extent.
the best of his ability.
Mhm.
I'll give him credit where credit's due.
Does boy have a tiny squeaky voice? You should request that.
Kinda. I wouldn't say it's squeaky, but
Yeah.
it's higher register.
Okay.
Because he's a gnome.
Yeah.
He's a
They're
little guy.
condensed.
Yeah. He's just dense. Compact. Not dense as in
He's
stupid.
travel
Dense
size
as in
for your
efficient.
convenience. I was about to
Exactly.
say he's dense. He's stupid. You're gonna
No,
call your
no.
boy stupid?
No. Boy is
Boy.
adequate, probably smarter than, actually, definitely smarter than my character. I rolled for my stats and I put them into strength and I think constitution because I'm a barbarian.
Yeah.
So my intelligence is 5 with a -3 modifier.
That's awful. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty dumb. It means that certain magic items can affect me because I'm too stupid.
That's so funny. My favorite thing are characters that have extremely high wisdom but very low intelligence,
Mhm.
and then you have to figure out how do you play like that you're like well with wisdom but you are not smart at all. I think it's so funny. I think there are a lot of D&D. I always love looking over here, but I need to remember that they're over
The
here.
camera's here. You are
Yeah.
the audience.
You are the audience. You are our target people. I mean, we killed the 4 that were watching. There are 0, but the camera is there.
Oh no. I went like this and I hit the microphone. Oh god.
You killed -1 viewers.
Oh,
And the next
negative
viewer.
viewership. We are paying the platform to have this podcast now.
The next viewer that hops on to watch and they're gonna like click through, they're gonna see that and they're gonna
God.
So we can't even get back up to like 0 anymore.
No.
We're at like a solid. Every time that we hit the mic or we do something wrong, we take away 1 viewer.
1 viewer's down the drain.
1 view,
Cease
1
to
like
be.
and subscribe.
Return to ashes.
Dusted us. Is that a Bible verse?
I don't know. I think it's just a really cool quote. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I have no idea what that's from. I just know it. And I'm like,
I think
that's
it's
crazy.
the Bible. I think it's the Bible. Oh well. Anyway.
Shoot, was it? Oh yeah, my D&D campaign. Yo, you mentioned wisdom.
Yeah.
We recently finished a dungeon, right?
Yeah.
Beat the big baddie at the end of it. He drops an item. It's like magic. My friend, someone else in the party used the spell to see if it was like good or evil. I forgot what the spell's called. And it said evil. And I'm like, regardless, I have dibs because I don't get any of the items whenever we finish a dungeon. So I have dibs on this item. I don't care what it does. We get back to a town. We have it appraised for its magical properties.
Yeah.
And the DM, who's the appraiser in this instance, tells us it's a brooch, so like a pin basically.
Yeah. Do you mean a brooch?
A brooch, that's what I was saying. A brooch.
A brooch? I was about to say, is that like some like northern where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
Oh, I forgot you were from there. Yeah, you look like you're from Connecticut.
I look like I'm from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Connecticut doesn't really have much of an identity, so I don't know how I look like I'm from Connecticut.
I just also another bit that I love to do is people will give me a fact about themselves and then I'll go, yeah, you look like blah 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 blah. Like you could say, oh man, I love the color purple, and I'd be like, yeah, you look like you love the color
I think
purple.
you have done that to me before.
I have done that to you multiple times.
Absolutely.
I do it to Blake. I terrorize Blake immensely, especially with the "you look like" statements.
Blake's reactions are always so great.
I love working with Blake. He is one of my favorite people to work with. I love working with Josh, Blake, and Tiavion. That was our group last semester. We were like a team. It was me, Alex, Blake, Tiavion, and Josh. And we made a funny little like idea in our head, and we were a TV show. We were called the Rowdy Bunch. That's what I named us. I named us the Rowdy Bunch.
Yeah, it was her name.
But the TV show was Josh the babysitter. Because Josh would always go, no, hey, What's going on? Absolutely not. And then me and Blake would always bicker. Tiavion was the cool teenager, and then you were the baby. It's because you were new, and you're also
new.
3 feet tall.
And I'm only 3 feet tall.
Canon.
Canon.
He is 3 feet tall. Canon.
Absolutely.
I'm 7'3". Canon.
What?
I'm 7'3".
7'3"?
Yeah.
For anyone who's actually not doing the podcast properly and is watching the video, I would just like to at least if you're gonna call me 3 feet tall,
I'm slouching.
You're slouching
And I'm on my
4
knees.
feet. You're like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You're just
Well, I'm sitting, so I'm not actually on a chair. I just made this back look like I'm on a chair. So
Oh.
I'm actually sitting on the floor, and I'm just slouching over the table like this.
yeah, she's actually like cross-legged. on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
table.
I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. That's why I keep saying that my foot is asleep. It's
The
because
chair's
I'm sitting
there to make me feel less bad about how short I am because I'm only 3 feet tall. I'm a little
He's actually
baby.
I'm a little big. He's actually standing right now. in the
Yeah,
chair.
I'm actually standing on the chair. That's a cutoff. You can't see beneath the table. It's just legs, and you're like your legs are that short. Yes, that's why I'm 3 feet tall. Why'd you ask?
Yeah. It's like watching a raccoon walk around. That's why he feels so called to hang out with all the raccoons on campus. Is he's like my brother is.
Yes, my brothers. I'm
Come
with my
to me.
kind.
Would you quit everything to go live with the raccoons?
Oh, if I could, I would. If I could be one with the raccoons, if they didn't reject me every time I approached them. Oh, why don't they want me? I'm not good enough.
I have opposable thumbs too. I can scour for trash and work at night.
Well, they know I could help them. I'd be such a valuable asset, but no.
And
They
he's such a
always
valuable
want
asset
me.
to the team. This is why you should hire me, raccoons. Here's my resume, and it's just like excellent at finding trash. Can reach doorknobs. Lives inside.
Lives inside. That's a big plus.
Yeah, let him in. Tall enough to reach the dumpster lids,
I can open them up.
and you can just drop him in. By
Yeah, I can just like paratrooper like.
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to talk about a brooch.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I get so distracted. I'll
I
hear
also
something,
got
and I'm
equally
like,
as
let me
distracted.
go off on a tangent.
I was thinking like, how did we get here?
Yeah, you
and
do
it
that
was-
a lot. You're like, how did we get here? And I'm like, I'm ready to go. Tell me things to talk about, and I will.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
We're going 80 in a school zone. Anyway,
Careful, the police might pull you over, but only if you're not careful.
only if you're not faster than them. Anyway, this birch, right? Okay, get it?
Brooch?
Brooch.
You called it a birch this time. You called it a tree.
Oh, this happens at the campaign too. I can't pronounce it. Like it's a brooch. I see the spelling and I refuse to believe BROOCH makes the O sound. It's ooh. Google, look, brooch.
I'm going to, from now on, I'm going to put the phonetic spelling of brooch on a whiteboard, and I'm going to hang it up on a wall behind the camera so you can reference it. So you can be like, yeah, my D&D campaign. So I had a new incident with my.
I clearly look past the
Brooch.
camera. It's not even near it. It's like over there. It's like I had an incident with my brooch.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
But anyway, we
Yeah.
get this evil magic item appraised. I have dibs on it, so it is mine. That's an accepted fact of the party. It is you put it on, and you get advantage on every roll. But the downside is if you wear it for the amount of turns you're allowed to wear it before the downside is you turn feral and the DM controls your character. It's 1 turn plus your wisdom modifier before you have to take it off. My wisdom modifier is 0. I can wear it for 1 turn. I have to use
Immediately take it off.
I have to use a bonus action, and then in like I think it's like an object interaction like thing. So I basically, my turn is dedicated to putting it on, attacking, and taking it off, and I can do nothing else. I think I can move in addition to that. And there's someone in our party who has like a wisdom modifier of like +4, and he's like, please. And I'm like, I have dibs. It's mine.
Are you gonna start putting things towards wisdom for your character?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going
yeah,
to.
you're
I'm gonna start so I
build
can
it
start
up.
wearing it for more turns. I used
Yeah.
it once so far. When I did, I went, "It's broachin' time." And I just like slapped it on. My friend drew it on a sticky note.
I
Kinks.
love that.
Yeah.
One of these days you should just forget to take it off and let the DM just go absolutely feral with your character.
Yeah.
How much damage do you think you could do? Like, I would absolutely love it.
I'm definitely like the highest damage output in the party. Besides like some of the spell slots. I'm like level 6. I'm a level 6 barbarian. So heavy hitter.
Yeah,
lot of
You're
HP.
the tank.
Yeah, exactly. So there are definitely party members with some wacky spells that could probably mess me up pretty quickly. But besides that, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you're the only thing you are like at a disadvantage at is you have to be close. You have
Exactly.
To be
I gotta get
yeah.
close range. I don't have range.
Fun fact: I was actually a tank,
Ooh.
but I was a fighter. I was a gunslinger.
Guns?
Yeah, I was a fairy and I was a gunslinger. So I'm a foot tall. I'm wielding guns, and I have the most HP and probably the highest stats because I rolled really well on the character making sheet. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty decent at rolling dice.
All right. Take that into account. Maybe you like make some bucks at the casino, but continue.
I have nothing else to contribute to that
Nothing
story.
else to
That was
contribute.
it.
Okay,
That
okay.
was me.
Okay.
I was relating because that's something you got to do within human conversation is hear what they go and go relate and then go back to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I was doing. I was going, oh, me too.
I appreciate that the campaign had like a prominent amount of guns for you to be a gunslinger. I think we've found like the way the setting is that we were given from our DM. We've
Yeah.
had one gun so far. It's a musket.
That's insane. No.
So it's a bit before that.
Because like so what my story was. Okay, first of all, I hate. No, I'll tell my story first, and then I'll tell you what I despised.
Okay.
I got my gun. So I live in the Fey Realm, or I lived in the Fey Realm. This was an old campaign, and I went to an island through like some kind of portal, whatever. The details weren't really ironed out. Found this army thing, gun. Oh my gosh, bring it back to the Fey world. I worked on it, made it very fiery or fairy magical, and now it's more like a Glock. It was like just like a regular like pistol thing, like the basic one you can get, but I just made it like a Glock. That's what it looks like, and that's the fairy magic that I put into it. It's like, I'm a gunslinger.
Fairy magic made it semi-automatic.
Yeah. Sadly, it just plays the same as a gun, but it does look like a Glock. And I think that's one of my biggest accomplishments in D&D.
I'd say that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I don't have a very... actually, my backstory for my character, I just had a bit of fun. I was feeling a bit goofy.
Yeah.
I made him... He has one thing... Like, I have one thing under each of the boxes. Like, you have, like, character trait, like, backstory, like, something.
Yeah.
So, like, backstory is, like, estranged father. Character trait is, like, gambling addict. So, every time we have the opportunity to gamble in, like, a town or something, I'm always like, I need to gamble. I remember there was, like, a gambling mini-boss, and I lost to it. And I felt so defeated.
That's so funny.
He made it was a skeleton. You gambled in life points, and you had to get him down to 0 because he dropped the key that you needed to get to the next room in the dungeon. And so it took us so long because we kept going all in because he had less HP than us.
Yeah.
So we could go all in, and then we was like, okay, he would die, and then he won, and he'd double his health. And so it took us so long to whittle him down to eventually get him to 0.
Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. You started. I like tapped and I was like, oh my gosh, and then I just completely lost my thought. We have been rambling on for like. For Dungeons and Dragons, we've been for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So we were at a solid 45 plus another like few more. Should we?
More? It's been more like an extra half hour.
Guys. We talked about Subway Surfer and Dungeons and Dragons and the Dream SMP. What a strong way to go out. We started out strong, talking about these hypotheticals, and we really landed on just being nerds.
Yeah.
Welcome to Florida Tech, guys.
It's how it goes. You can try and be as cool as you want to start off, but it always devolves back into gaming and tabletop games.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to sign off?
I guess so.
Okay.
It seems like a good way to end the podcast. Remember, if you enjoy your stimulating Subway Surfer / Minecraft hardcore next to this video, I strongly disapprove. And I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
We will also probably make a Google form or Dropbox, put that in like the little under thing. So if you really do have a sound, I'm talking to no viewers right now, but if you really do have a sound that you go, beep, boop, bop, bop, please let us know, because I would love to curse more.
Yeah, I'd love for you. Basically, you don't even hear us talking. It's just your sound that you submitted, just playing over and over again because of how.
Every once in a while you hear, what, and is, and whoa!
And then it's just sassy.
Alright, thank you so much for joining us on the reboot of the Gleason podcast. This has been a great time. I am Rena Champlin, one of your host people.
I'm Alex. I'm the other host people.
Okay, hugs and kisses. Do you want to do the clap off?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, clap.
Go.
And